Donald Trump and Elon Musk. One, a real estate mogul turned president, the other a tech visionary revolutionizing space travel and electric vehicles. Their worlds, seemingly disparate, collided in the digital arena. Twitter became their battleground, their shared platform for pronouncements and provocations. Musk, initially a vocal critic of Trump's policies, gradually warmed up to the former president. Their shared disdain for government bureaucracy and penchant for disruptive innovation bridged the ideological divide. Endorsements were exchanged, joint rallies were held, the unlikely duo had arrived, the seeds of a formal alliance were sown. Musk, ever the pragmatist, saw an opportunity to influence policy in a way few could. Trump, seeking to solidify his base and burnish his populist credentials, welcomed Musk's support. This unlikely alliance, forged in the fires of social media and a shared ambition to reshape the world, would soon send shockwaves through the American political landscape. The stage was set for their most audacious act yet, the creation of the Department of Government Efficiency, better known as DOGE. In a move that surprised even his closest advisors, President Trump, by executive order, brought DOGE into existence. Its mission was simple/government waste, cut the national debt and streamline the federal bureaucracy. The goal was laudable. The method, however, was anything but conventional. At the helm of this new department was not a seasoned bureaucrat or a policy wonk, but a council of young tech entrepreneurs, handpicked by Musk himself. Their mandate was clear: disrupt or be disrupted. Armed with algorithms and a mandate for radical change, DOGE set about dismantling decades-old institutions and programs. Agencies were shuttered, long-held programs defunded, and thousands of government employees found themselves out of work. The speed and scope of DOGE's actions were breathtaking, leaving many wondering if this was efficiency or chaos masquerading as reform. The political establishment reeled, caught off guard by the audacity of it all. DOGE, it seemed, was here to stay. But beneath the veneer of progress, whispers of cronyism and self-dealing began to surface. Musk's foray into the heart of American politics did not come without its costs. As DOGE's architect and de facto leader, he found himself walking a tightrope. On one hand, his companies, particularly Tesla, benefited from government contracts and favorable regulatory changes. On the other, his increasingly partisan political activities alienated a significant portion of his customer base. Protests erupted outside Tesla dealerships, calls for boycotts flooded social media, and the company's stock price, once considered untouchable, began to fluctuate wildly. Investors, once enamored by Musk's visionary zeal, grew increasingly concerned about the risks associated with his political entanglements. Musk, for his part, seemed unfazed by the criticism. He doubled down on his support for DOGE, arguing that its mission transcended partisan politics. He framed his involvement as a civic duty, a necessary step to safeguard America's future. But the damage, it seemed, had been done. The question on everyone's mind was whether Musk could successfully navigate the treacherous waters of politics without capsizing the very companies that had made him a global icon. DOGE's radical approach to government reform did not go unchallenged. Lawsuits alleging unconstitutional overreach and violations of congressional budgetary authority piled up. Civil liberties groups raised alarm bells, pointing to DOGE's opaque decision-making process and its disregard for due process. Public opinion, initially supportive of DOGE's mission, began to sour as the human cost of its efficiency drive became apparent. Images of laid-off government workers struggling to make ends meet flooded the airwaves, and stories of vital social programs being gutted in the name of austerity dominated the headlines. The political backlash was swift and fierce. Democrats decried DOGE as a Trojan horse for dismantling the social safety net and consolidating power in the hands of the executive branch. Even some Republicans, wary of DOGE's disregard for established norms and its potential to disrupt the balance of power, began to voice their concerns. DOGE, once hailed as a beacon of innovation, found itself mired in controversy, its future uncertain. The experiment, it seemed, had come at a steep price, one that threatened to further polarize an already deeply divided